you could start.
No, I know. I was waiting
Okay.
so that it wasn't like 6 minutes long.
Okay.
I'm
You
good.
ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Go.
Run often, run long, but never outrun your joy of running. Julius Boating. People have been running since the beginning of time. The caveman ran to survive, and the ancient Greek were doing it for sport long before you and I ever set foot on this earth. Running is a part of human nature and can do so many good things for us in so many different ways. My name is Caroline Clark, and in this speech today, I hope to encourage you to either begin or continue your running journey by telling you about the reasons people run, the physical benefits of running, and the mental benefits that running can provide. To begin, we will discuss the reasons people run. Approximately 50 million Americans run in some way, shape, or form. Whether recreationally or training for a race, this amounts to about 15% of the American population. While at first glance, this doesn't feel like a massive percent of the population, it's actually quite large if you take a moment to consider the amount of Americans who are physically unable to run, like the elderly, the very young children, or the physically disabled. This 15% is made up of so many different types of individuals who are motivated by so many different things. In 2022, Running USA Global conducted a survey asking individuals why they chose to run. The results showed that 72% ran to stay in shape, 38% ran to relieve stress, 26% were training for a race, and 18% ran as a form of social interaction. David Roche, a two-time USA TF trail running champion and a member of the Nike Trail Elite, says he runs because while running is a simple activity, it adds so many complex things into his life. By this he means that running gives his days structure and purpose. He also says that he runs as a form of social interaction, claiming that endless friendships and support come out of the running community. Now we know people run to stay in shape, but what exactly does running physically do for our bodies? Well, firstly, running greatly reduces our risk of contracting and dying from heart disease. Harvard Medical School performed a study that focused on individuals with ages ranging from 18 to 100 years old, so you have a pretty wide variety of just individuals. About a quarter of these participants identified as runners, and they showed to be significantly less likely to contract heart disease than the non-runners were, and when they did contract it, they showed even less likely to die from it than the non-runners did. Secondly, running increases our learning and memory capabilities. According to WMD.com, aerobic exercise such as running, it increases our heart rate, which activates our hippocampus, which causes it to grow. And our hippocampus is the part of our brain that is responsible for our learning and memory. And finally, running helps us maintain strong and healthy bones. And if you're like me, this may surprise you because I thought that running was such a high impact and high intensity activity that it would put a lot of wear and tear on your bones. But a study done by JBMR really showed the opposite. They conducted a study that focused on individuals who had run track in their youth, specifically past sprinters. And their study showed that those who continued running regularly after their career had ended, they actually either maintained or increased their bone density and bone health, while those who stopped running completely saw a decline in their bone health. And now you know the physical benefits that running can provide, and I'd like to take a moment to talk to you about the mental benefits of the sport by telling you a little bit about my experience with it. I started running about 6 months ago because I felt out of shape, and honestly, I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. The stubbornness in me kicked in just a little bit there. I was not an athlete by any means, and I genuinely thought that I would hate it with every fiber of my being. But to my surprise, it actually was really enjoyable and quickly became one of my favorite hobbies. I run every day, and it has become one of my favorite parts of my day and something I look forward to. Whether I'm running with a friend or I hit a new personal record by myself, each run leaves me feeling accomplished, empowered, and strong. I'm more confident in myself than I've ever been in my entire life, and it's all thanks to this newfound hobby of mine. I've also noticed a great increase in my productivity throughout the day as my runs leave me feeling energized and with the motivation to accomplish anything that life throws my way. Running has become my outlet for basically anything you can think of: anxiety, stress, sadness, homesickness, anything. I take comfort in knowing that no matter how I feel when I first start my run and take my first stride, I will feel reset and significantly better by the time that I finish it and come back. Now that I started, I genuinely can't imagine giving it up. The feeling of accomplishment and progress is something that I can see myself chasing for the rest of my life. No matter if you are part of the 15% of the nation that runs or not, the benefits you would derive from the sport are the same. Today we have talked about the reasons people choose to run, the physical benefits of running, and the mental benefits of running, and I hope that you feel inspired or encouraged to start running if you haven't already, or continue if you have. Thank you.